Okay, we're going to start with the review for 6.1, 6.4. Don't forget to have in front of you the table for perfect square roots and also your graphing calculator. In case you don't have a graphing calculator, scientific calculator will be perfectly okay. So we're going to start with problem number 1. I started the first ones. Problem number 1, 1 through 5 are problems that in the beginning of the exercises, they're telling us that we need to express this in simplest radical form, and if it is appropriate, include absolute values. The reason why is because we don't know if these variables are positive or negative, so we're going to use absolute values if it is necessary. Okay, so number 1 is absolute square root of 225 y to the 6. Since in the tables 225 is not included because we did only the first 10 perfect square roots and perfect roots, we're going to use a calculator. And just a little review how to use a calculator. Go second and then square root, and then we have 225 and get enter, and the answer is 15. So that's a perfect square root, and y to the 6th power divided by 2 will be 6 over 2 is 3, so it's x to the 3rd power. And there's possibility that this can be negative, so we're going to insert absolute values. So that's number 1. Number 2 is 4 root of x to the 36. Okay, so the coefficient here is 1, so we don't have to worry about that one. But divide 36 over 4, and it's a perfect answer, so it goes evenly. So it's going to be x to the 9th, and since this is odd exponent, there is a possibility that it can be negative, so we insert the bars. Number 3, square root of 81 x to the 2nd power. 81 is a perfect square root. Is right here, square root of 81 is 9. So the answer is going to be 9. That's already positive. And x to the 2nd power square root is absolute value of x, because we don't know if x is positive or negative. Number 4, we have negative cube root of negative 64 x to the 3rd power. Well, the negative, we just write it again. 64 is a perfect cube root. Cube root of 64 is 4. But since I have a negative in front, it's going to be negative 4. So this is going to be negative 4. And x to the 3rd power is going to be 3 over 3 is x to the 1st power. So the answer is actually positive 4x. Number 5, we have, for number 5, we have 4 root of 256 x to the 8th. We're checking if 256 is in the 4 root column, which it is. 256 is right here. 4 root to 256 is 4. So I'm going to write 4 here. And then 8 over 4 is 2 is x squared. We can insert bars here, but if you think about this, and even if x is negative, when you square it, it will be positive. So we actually don't need the bars. So we just have to write 4x.